Me too. Me too. Welcome in, everybody. I believe we are live now. Let me double check. We got some loud music going on.
Hey, hey.
There we go. There we go. My internet's not been the greatest today.
Oh no.
So we're gonna have to figure that out.
That's gonna be exciting.
Yes. Hello, Reba G. Reba Jeter.
Hey, hey, everybody.
I'm posting all the things.
Go, Reba Jeter, you remembered? Celebrate, yes, queen. What's up, Joe?
Hi, Gel.
I am so miserable, I am so vulnerable now. She can't break bones into a million pieces, digging my grave wherever she pleases. She got me on my knees, she got me begging please.
Hi, Susan Fletcher.
Hey, hey, hey.
What do we think about getting started?
I think it's a great idea, James Tierney.
Fade the music down.
Oh, man. Past James Tierney would be so impressed with current James Tierney and his tech-savvy abilities.
And my tech-savvy abilities?
Yes.
Hello, hello, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome in. Oh, I have you turned down, Don. I'm sorry.
As usual.
Ooh, that's better. We'll see how that goes.
Don't worry.
We will
Hey,
figure it out.
Lily. Everybody, Watson is co-hosting because he refused to leave his crate. But in my house, the crate is like their safe bedroom. We don't go in it, and they can go in it whenever they want. And so since he has decided, we are in for the long haul, people. Right, Watson?
Yeah, lick that penis, Watson. Lick it.
He's got to be thorough. My family has a policy, and that is you never, ever, ever kiss someone if you have an unclean asshole. So we keep our rectal areas nice and kissable.
I just took a shower before this, and I made sure to clean my butthole. Like,
you are now
really
available for kisses.
Get up in there and clean it, because you have to. You have to get up in there.
I mean, if you are kissing someone and you have an unclean butt, that's not okay.
Yeah, so. I did not think that Light Lady was going to make it on time. Loverly Lady, I'm sorry you didn't get a notification.
Like that we were live?
Yeah.
Weird.
I'm sorry.
Do you not love us anymore? Did you not sub or something and that's why it's punishing you? I don't know.
I believe Loverly Lady loves us.
I think so.
We have so many ladies. We have Light Lady. We have Loverly Lady. Hello, Roadhouse.
This concludes our ladies.
I know. Ooh, Gel, watching some ads for some bits. What?
You guys gotta let me know what those products are.
Yeah, buy some products, everyone.
Speaking of which, Lars officially signed up for his Birchbox, so now we're just waiting.
Now we're just waiting to see if Lars get it. What's going on with unclean buttholes? By the way, I do, once we get a little more people in here, I want to talk about it. So for those of you that are in the chat, go ahead and share this stream out on your social medias.
Oh, yes. I have to go on the book faces.
The book faces. Go share it out. Be like, hey, come watch this these cool people talking about shit. And legitimately, we're going to talk about shit.
Might as
tonight.
Well. That reminds me of Cards Against Humanity, which once was like, give us money and we'll give you a box of shit. And they were like, yes. And they legitimately sent people boxes with poop in it.
Rich
they were
D.
like, we told you.
Rich D's going to just turn around and head back out.
No. I'm crushed, Rich D.
Rich
I'm
D,
crushed.
thanks for the hearts floating around. We love it.
Love it.
We love it, y'all.
I'm currently spreading my. That's not how you say that.
Spreading? What are you spreading, Don?
Sharing. Sharing.
Sharing.
That's what I'm doing. Sharing is caring.
Imagine
Spreading
if
is dreading.
when Facebook started all that, they called it spreading instead.
Like, oh my
Instead of
god,
sharing.
that's so weird. Yeah. Is there like an overshare button? Like after you share like 16 times like a minute on Facebook, are they like, now it's an overshare button?
You are an overshare. It didn't give you your bits,
That
Jell.
is crap.
Dang it. Suckin' Ruskin. Reba Jeter. Is Jimmy T4295 hanging out tonight? No, he's working. I forget. It's Tuesday night. He's working.
Oh.
Oh, thank
So-
you for the bits, light lady.
I love it.
Thank you for cheering with those 3 bits. Coming in as the top bit giver.
Winning. Yeah. What represent?
What? 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 Did you see the picture? I like that one.
No, I didn't see a picture, but I
Oh,
did
because
dance.
you're not watching on OBS or
I
on
do not.
Monster. It's you with the with that.
With Hank?
Sucks.
It's Hank?
It's Hank. It's you with Hank.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my god,
That song scares me
song's-
too sometimes. Because it
Just
comes out of
because
nowhere.
it's like,
And it's like, boom. Done. Happening. You're like, what's that? Oh my god. And
That's
it
right.
happens. Yes.
Good. I'm glad it scared you. That's the point.
Yes.
Scare you. It is Halloween month.
Yes, it is. Oh, I was going to show you a card I just sent to somebody. Guess what it's got on the front of it? About 20 different little pieces of candy corn.
Love me some candy.
It was
corn.
not to you, but there is one
That's okay.
benefit to having limited outside family. Yay!
Yay! I should now
Go,
that people are
Joe.
going to be
You
getting
did
more
it.
bits.
You did it.
I gotta go in and change the bit thing. I wanted to have something cool. When we get a follower, it's the he said,
has
they
it.
said. Yeah,
You do that so well. I don't.
thanks.
I think that's because it is you.
I think it's because it's me. It is me. I don't know what I was gonna say. I was so excited that Jell found it. Oh, and Light Lady taking the lead back with
Boom.
those 3 bits.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
we are professional streamers now.
I know.
For sure. I
It's
see you're wearing
so
the circle.
exciting.
You're wearing the circle glasses because I'm wearing the circle glasses.
Yeah. I got on the back. I was like, did you switch? No. Okay, I'm just going to put these on. So it turns out Lars can definitely tell the difference. And so when I came out of our show, I think you wore them too. So I wore mine. And I came back upstairs and he looked at me and went, what is wrong?
Wow.
What?
What is wrong?
I was like, what are you talking about? Oh, yeah, I'm wearing a different pair of glasses. He was like, what, are you just going to buy 8 different pairs now? Like, I think this is a little crazy, Don. I was like, I have 2 pairs. Calm down.
Listen, I found out today that my wife wants me to be a close talker. Because, like, I got home
What's
from
a
golf.
close talker?
When you get in and you're real close to somebody and you like talk to them like that and you can't see their whole being, you have to like stare right into their soul.
So this is what happened.
Like on Zoom or like
No.
in general?
In general. So
She
I
wants
get
to see
home.
the gray in your eye.
Maybe I don't know what she wants. I get home and I'm getting, I want to go and we give a hug, give a kiss, everything's great. And then I like
All the mandatory.
grab her and like move arm's length so I can see my wife. And she's like, "Ah, you always push me away when I want to love on you. And it's like, no, I want to have a conversation where we can like not be in each other's shit. So then, because you know how I am, for the next half hour, I just got in her face.
I'm shocked that you would take a small piece of honest criticism and then exploit it and troll with it. I'm shocked.
Listen, I put my hands on your hips and I don't push you away. I move you far enough away that we can have a conversation. That's what I do. There's a big difference. Just saying.
I am officially.
I'm sorry that I love you so much that I want to be able to see your whole body when I'm talking to you. Jeez. Oh, come on, lovely lady. Why don't you get in on this, lovely? What do you think? Okay, in the chat, let me see. When you're having a conversation with your significant other, your partner, if you have one or if you wish you had one, what is the closeness that you should be when you're standing, let's say, in the middle of a kitchen, having a conversation about how your day was?
Okay, so light lady, help us out. What does this poll, like, what are the options of the poll? Because if James picks them, they're going to be like skewed. So I will tell you that my favorite way.
That took you a little while to get that word out. I like it.
I was trying to be. Oh, hugs or no hugs? Your noses should be touching.
Yeah. Okay, lovely. I'm sure. Hugs or no? That's fine. You can have a hug, kiss. Great. Now, conversation. Okay, so what is this poll gonna be? I'm adding a new poll. What's the title of the poll?
Lady says hugs or no hugs.
But of course I like hugs.
Apparently you're like a cat with belly rubs. You're like, I will allow 1 to 3 seconds of allowable hug time, after which I will push the hell out of you. Like, you're just like, eh.
Hugs while talking.
So I will let you know my partner is exactly 13 inches taller than me.
Oh, he's 13 inches.
And so he is a person that I can hug, and then immediately, it's almost like I'm resting my head on his chest, and I can look up at him, and we can talk. And so we will plenty of times have conversations where I hug and we talk. But I also have a thing where I legitimately attack him with something called a Hugosaurus. And he gets warned about it. But James, I'm just telling you, in case this happens to you, you have to know what to do. And everybody else here, you're allowed to figure out what Hugosaurus is, but let me explain it to you. Rich D, I'm looking at you. Loverly lady, I'm looking at you. Light lady, I'm looking at you. Gel, A Roadhouse, I'm not sure which one of you is going to do this, but here's how it goes. Hugosaurus can only be rid of one way, and that's a legitimate good hug. So what happens is Hugosaurus comes around and just hugs their partner from any angle, really, but really it's usually done from the back. He'll be like in the middle of doing something, and then I will hug him, and then I just go, oh no, and then we are stuck. And we are stuck there until you do one thing, and that is you have to put both hands up so that Hugosaurus can rotate around you. And then when you're from the front, you have to give a really good hug, and then Hugosaurus is allowed to like let go. But because of this, James Tierney, myself and Brett, we will have conversations for a long time while I'm technically hugging him.
And you enjoy this? Get Lars in the chat. I want to see Lars.
I don't know if can you mute me for a sec so I can yell?
Hold on, I'm good. There we go. Hold on.
So I guess it would be the shorter person, A Roadhouse, so that makes sense.
I want to make sure I get my vote in.
Oh my god. Of course. Of course. Now can you mute me so I can yell for Lars?
Yeah. Oh, because you can't mute yourself. Hold on.
I don't know if I can.
Yeah, hold on. I can.
Oh, I can! I figured it out. We're good. Lars!
Nope, didn't work. There you go. That's muted. Oh, you need a depends option? No, a full-fledged conversation. Like, how's your day? This close. This close. How's your day?
Your siblings means you're both the same size. Like, you guys are like this. I mean, like I said, Lars and I, it's a totally different. I can talk to him without our breath happening, and
I like having my face next to my wife's face, but not when we're having a conversation. In COVID times. In any times. Roadhouse, we have a conversation in bed, but like, that's different. It's different than like, hey, you just got home. And we do sleep with the dog. Thank you, Gel. Yeah, Gel. Get that vote in, Gel. You prefer a little distance.
I mean,
just a little distance.
Your poll is literally, can you have a full-fledged conversation while hugging your sick other? Which means it doesn't really matter the length of conversation. If you would consider it a conversation.
Hugs are better silent. Maybe it's a different question. Can I edit this poll? Let me see if I can edit. Let me see if I can edit this poll. Oh, I can't edit it. We're changing the words because obviously if I say can, yeah, maybe I should be quieter. Oh no, you didn't. We're changing this poll. We're changing this poll.
He might be. I would not be. Okay, lovely lady. I think this is something important you should know about James. I have learned that he is like not big on affection, which Lars will tell you is like a deal breaker for me, and I constantly troll him now.
Okay, we're changing this up. Whoops. Should hugs be silent? Wait, hold on. I'm closing that poll because I shouldn't have yes or no as the things. Okay, back. I'm gonna edit this again.
Wow.
I know that's not a yes or no question. I want to close. No, close it. But it's still running. How do I edit it?
Lars is here to hear your question, James Tierney.
Okay, someone has to vote.
Go ahead.
Someone has to vote. Lars, give me 1 second, Lars. Someone vote in this poll. It doesn't matter what you do.
It could also just be Lars. You could ask Lars to vote.
Doesn't matter. Well, no, because I have a new poll. I want it.
All
I
right.
need to. Thank you. Okay, we're closing this poll.
Thank you,
We're
KD
completing the
Fiore.
poll.
Also, it's
Hi,
good
Katie.
to see you.
It's great to see you. Okay, now, here we go. Should hugs be silent or like all talkity? So
That's also a depends, man.
okay. Should hugs be silent or all
Vote
talkity?
Steve Buscemi. Lars, this is why I love you.
Silent.
So, okay, I'm catching you up, Lars. Basically, James gives Kim a very short hug and then distances her from him so that he can have a conversation. And stop making the option you don't like hard to type. I love it. And I was talking about, due to our height differences, you and I could be hugging and talking at the same time. And James is like, no, that's not okay. So, and then I was telling him about Hugosaurus, as you are a victim of regularly. And I was like, that's kind of like a hug while we're talking. It's a hug from me to you. So.
There we go. So you can say, you can vote for silent, talkity, or short. So it can be a short conversation, like less than 2 sentences are okay, but not a full conversation. See, thank you, Gel. That's what I like.
That's not going to count, right? Because the brackets have to happen or something?
No bracket. That's perfect.
That's how you do
counted.
it? Okay.
That's how you do it.
All right.
Listen,
Lars
so
is now here.
So the option Lars are like, you can have a conversation where you're like, hey, how's your day? Oh, my day's gone pretty good. Oh yeah, and then 8 hours later be like, now we're done our conversation. Or can it just be like, hey, I love you, glad you had a good day, and then you move back to a normal conversational distance.
I mean, now you're making it. Loverly lady, you think he's dramatic? Never.
Or
Never.
DeFiore, yes, DeFiore, you are right there, KD. Or silent. Hugs should be silent. Lots of things should be silent. The hug should be under a minute or over an hour.
And I have delivered on both. That's right.
I'm talking to you.
Who are you silent hugging, Gel?
No, Gel didn't vote silent. Gel voted for short conversations, 2 sentences or less, can be done during a hug.
Light lady, I'm so sorry.
No, this is good. We need to have conversations like this. This gets the people interested.
Anyway, Lars, you were called upon because as my other half, you're the one who gets to pick on how you would describe our hugging methodology, conversation. Tactics? There's definitely an initial wake up. You're the first person I see when I walk into the room. Hug, which is very important because if you will hug your partner before you officially start making yourself coffee, that is serious love, friends. That is serious love. So we confirm that, and then we both get into our autopilot of like, I make my tea, he makes his coffee. And then like sometimes I give annoying hugs, like Hugosaurus, when I'm feeling particularly clingy.
See, I'm perfectly fine with hugs. I didn't even know I was doing it, and then I got in trouble. But I just
Is spooning considered a hug?
No. Hug from behind?
Horizontal hugging apparently is not hugging.
In the bed, I think whatever, like that's fine in the bed. I'm just talking like you get home from a long day, and you're like, hug, I love you. Kiss, I love you. Now let's have a conversation because I miss you so much.
What did Rich D vote?
I don't think Rich D voted. I was coming home from golf. A long, hard day of work.
For those who don't know, like, Rich D gives amazing amounts of hugging. He also sometimes is known for trapping people in longer than they were expecting hugs. Because he's got a firm frame that makes you feel secure and happy and safe. And then you might be like, oh, we're pulling, nope. Okay, we're just gonna, I guess, okay, we're here now. So I'm interested to see if when he does this with his partner, whether he's talking or not talking.
I have had these long hugs with Rich D, and there's never been a conversation because hugs should be silent. Light Lady only likes to hug me.
I have never gotten a hug from Light Lady, so...
Lars said if you poke your butt out when you do it, you can spoon from the front. I don't get it. Does that not make James a people? I'm not a people. I'm not a people person. Oh. Okay. Do we want, Light Lady, do we want to move on? I have another topic to talk about. I have two more topics.
Also, if we're asking relationship things, I also have a question about relationship things.
Yes, okay, your turn.
Okay, guys. So I discovered this on a friend's Facebook page, and I'm trying to help her out, but it made me think of something, and then we can do shits and giggles. But I need your opinions here, guys. Okay, boyfriend, girlfriend relationship. Okay, boyfriend leaves its girlfriend's house, and all of boyfriend's stuff is in said house. Okay, boyfriend has multiple opportunities to collect said stuff, has not picked it up. How long do you have to hold someone's shit in your house before you are allowed to be like, don't care anymore? Don't care. And is there a limit based on how long you guys have been together? Is there like, you give a written, a verbal warning, a written warning, and then bye-bye? Like, I'd like opinions.
I don't know what y'all think. Personally, I think it's done. Like if someone leaves, then the shit gets thrown out in the front yard. Now, I say that when Kim and I first met, I had just gotten out of a relationship with this woman, Sarah Vors, and interesting person Sarah Vors is, and she had a ton of shit at my house. And I just put it all in a fucking pile in the middle of my room. And I just waited for her to come get it. And I think Kim's roommate stole some stuff from it. So yeah, put it on the... So Reba Jeter thinks we put it on the sidewalk. And it does depend on the relationships. That is true.
Okay, but there's gotta be a time where you're like, oh, fuck no. Because this person has allowed this shit to be in their house for 6 years.
Wait, they've been living together as boyfriend and girlfriend for 6 years?
No, they were living boyfriend and girlfriend for 3 years, and then they broke up, and his shit has been at her house for 6 years.
6 years?
6 years.
What? So who even lives in a house for 9 years? That's a long time. So
there is definitely a limit that people have that's like, no, No. Fuck no. Mm-mm. And by the way, most of this stuff looks like trash. She showed me photos.
Oh,
And
no.
it's like, and she's been saving his mail and everything. And it's just like,
is the
what?
guy
It's
dead?
not sellable. That's the thing. It's nope. It's not donatable. It's not sellable. She's just been trying to be considerate because it was his workshop. So there's a lot of like half art, half done art stuff. Yeah, I think it's trash. But is there like with boyfriend? No, with like husband and wife. I think there's more laws and stuff. But like, is there a limit to time? Is there like a consideration, or is it like, okay, we broke up yesterday, all your shit's gone?
I mean,
I just
if
wanna
it's
know.
in your location, I just throw it. I mean, I don't think there's any legal ramifications for throwing someone's shit out the window.
Mm-mm.
I
Definitely
would
not.
throw it all away. Kim wants to throw all of my stuff away, and we're still married. So you know what she's gonna say.
Richie wasn't living there after they broke up.
Where is he living? Where'd he move?
I think a friend's house or his parents' house or something like that.
Oh my
I also
God.
throw away my own stuff too. Lars and I have a secret pact. He is very tall. I am short. And so my shit usually is stored, we'll say below counter height. And his shit is usually stored above head height. And the problem is when he decides he wants something that is in my land, and then he like bends over and opens up cupboards and is like, what is all this stuff I don't know about? I'm throwing it all away. And I'm like, no, don't touch my things. I'm usually not crying. I'm usually very aggressive. So that's not entirely true.
Okay,
But yeah.
DiFiore thinks it depends. If it's an amicable breakup, keep the stuff for as long as you were together. But what if you're together for like
6 years or
20
something.
years?
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, we're getting a divorce, but it's nice. And then you just keep everything for 20 years? Things are out of style. What if you redo the house?
Yeah,
know.
that's true. I will say I've learned that very rarely breakups are truly amicable, because most of us will not hold our friends' shit in our house for that long, especially if it takes up like a whole room that we can't use. So I think there's something to be said about somebody who would then leave a bunch of stuff, trash stuff, and mess at your house and then not like deal with it after a certain amount of time. Okay. Anyway, yay, Birchbox! I just thought I would ask, because of course my friend who's a big sweetie is like, I just feel terrible about doing this. And I'm like, you shouldn't. That's way too much time.
Does he, hold on, does he still want his stuff there?
Well, that's the thing. She's made multiple attempts at contact for him to come get his stuff. And sometimes he says he will, and then he doesn't, and a bunch of other stuff. Most recently, she reached out to him on Facebook and was like, you need to get this stuff now. And then he blocked her on Facebook. And so she's like,
Get rid of it!
yeah.
Oh.
She's a person who can't actually get rid of all the stuff. Some of it's big. Like, for instance, it's on the 3rd floor and it's a fucking organ.
Which one? Heart? Lungs?
No, unfortunately, the musical kind that are so, so big and heavy.
He left
So,
an organ? You can sell an organ.
Yeah. So,
Oh
Anyway.
my gosh. Okay, first of all, does your friend rent or own? Own. Your friend
yeah.
owns this place. I don't know. Yes, thank you, Rich. Out the window. Give a deadline, 30 days or it's trash. I'm going to invite someone in my house to, like, you know how in Breaking Bad, like, they had to, like, dissolve the body or whatever? I don't know. I never saw all of that. But
definitely.
I feel like there's, like, a
Dissolve
bathtub and,
the
like,
organ?
yeah. They're just going to put it into stuff. Yes. You are slamming the microphone.
Yeah, slight lady.
You should be mad about it, yeah. You smashed that shit
Okay.
up. I agree.
Anyway, if I suddenly am not available for a Saturday show because I have to take a drive to Lancaster to help a dear friend clean her house in a
Lancaster?
way that allows her to give, yeah.
Make the Amish get it. The Amish could use all that stuff.
It's a good point.
Oh.
You could try. Anyway.
1-800-GOT-TRASH. Is that it? Is that the
Yeah,
one?
there's actually a junk movers or something
Junk.
that'll help get rid of that stuff for you
junk.
or whatever. Yeah. So we're gonna be doing a fundraiser for her soon to get money because she's like, I'll just spend my tax return to do it all. And I was like, no, you are not spending your tax return on this shithead. We're gonna fix this. So
No. A, I'm offended that they got tax return. Giving the government a tax-free loan. 2, you put it out on the side of the street, someone will pick it up. We just had this conversation a couple weeks ago, Don. You put stuff on this road and things go away.
This stuff is not like, it's not, you don't want it. The organ is broken. Oh no. Oh, I thought lately he was like, okay, I'm going to sleep now. Also, I like Lars's phone number.
Yeah. But,
I text the Amish all the time. They have yet to make contact.
okay, I have 2 more things I want to talk about, but we can do shits and
giggling.
We can do shits and giggle before them, but I just want to give the topic so people know what's coming.
Okay.
1, I just killed the biggest centipede I've ever seen in my life in my house. I am not joking. It was.
How fast was it
probably
moving?
3 inches long. Yeah, you were
Light
in the
lady
shower,
doesn't
Light Lady.
know.
No, I wanted to take a picture of it to like prove, but I'm like, if I don't kill this thing, it was crawling right over there. I actually still have it squished underneath my thank you for the bits. I have it squished underneath my shoe because it was so like gross and whatnot that I wanted to dry out a little bit and clean it before I got rid of it. So it's there.
What color was it?
I don't remember. It was brown. It was brown. I think it's a centipede. Centipede? Is that what? I mean, it was like.
Was it like one of these guys?
Oh yeah, it was that.
Man.
It was exactly that thing. Is that good or bad?
Lithobius forficatus.
Do we have to move?
Stone centipede. No.
Demonard, do I have to move? Are those bad?
You definitely don't have to move.
Okay.
Now these ones are like where nightmares come from. Also known as, I think they're called silverfish, but these ones
was not that one. It was the first
they
one.
They look like they're moving hair. It's like when I was younger, this happened and I had long hair and my dad told me that those things came from when I didn't clean out my hairbrushes. Like when your hair gets clumped in places, it's like it turns into those and you're like, that's where nightmares come from. And so I, in fact.
Wait, how are they good? How are they good, Demonard? No, they're no way that good.
So I was actually talking to Rich D
other
about
bugs.
this. This is what it was either Rich D or Lars. This is my theory, James Tierney. Okay, so these guys.
Which ones?
Let me.
The
these
tinier
ones particularly. Well, they can be pretty big, but these guys, right? So here's what I have a theory is like, we saw regular insects, and I mean like your 6-legged formal insects, right? And we were all like, oh my God, I don't like those. I want to get rid of those. And then the world brought us spiders. They were like, don't worry. Nature was like, I got this. Here is the creature I have brought you to kill the bugs. And you were like, oh my God, I don't like those. What? No, this is terrifying. Nature was like, don't worry. I got you. I made something else that's going to kill the spiders. And it was these motherfuckers. And so it's like, nature just becomes more and more terrifying and creative. Right. And so really, I'm not asking for something to kill those. I'm like, I don't want to see what kills that. I just don't want to know.
Look up saddleback caterpillar. Okay, so here's the thing, Light Lady. I killed it because I don't care if it kills other bugs. I will hire someone to come and do Roundup, and like I'll take the cancer chances to make sure that we don't have the bugs. But then on right about there was a good size, like probably like a nickel size spider that I had to kill as well. So we got lots of bugs over here.
This thing is impressive. Why did I look this up?
Okay, D Fiore says
it looks like this.
Oh man, she got.
And then the front of it looks like this. I believe it.
They're venomous. They're venomous, and D Fiore says that she got poked by one recently.
Man.
Are you okay? Are you alive?
I mean, they have a lot of little things.
Yes, we might need to get some pest control. They're so milky exoskeletons. Yes, that's terrible.
I remember that.
You're fine. Do you need to take a, what is it like if you get bit by like an antidote? Is that the word I'm looking for?
Antivenom?
Antivenom?
Antidote?
I don't know the words. Need oh, nausea.
Tylenol?
For 48 antihistamine. I'm thinking of like, yeah. Did someone need to pee on you? Like if you get stung by a stingray, if I'm ever with anybody,
White lady.
if I'm ever with anyone, and you get bit by anything that's venomous, I think naturally I'm just gonna have to pee on you. Like I don't know any other ways to help people.
I'm so glad you said that because I
Jellyfish.
was just about to say something like, everyone, do not ever tell James that you were bit by something. Ever. These guys were real assholes. What happened, Bob? Well, I was at my neighbor's house and their dog randomly bit me. So then they just started peeing on me.
Maybe that's what Trump needs to come out and say,
Worst
right?
day ever.
The dossier that's talking about like Trump used to watch people pee on each other or whatever. You're just like, look, there's just jellyfish all over. Like that would be a funny bit. I think that'd be a funny bit. It just comes out
They
that
were
people
EMT.
got bit by a
It was important.
fucking jelly.
But he needs to mess up EMT. He has to say they were ENTs. It was important.
Some ENTs
They were ENTs. They were
Listen,
ENTs.
y'all. Listen. All I know
Okay,
is
that was
I
topic
went over to
one.
China. Yeah. Okay.
That was topic one.
That was topic one. So I guess we already talked about it. Topic two is a question I asked on Facebook yesterday that got a lot of traction.
Your
Here's
poop
the
one?
question. Yeah, here's the question, everyone. If you didn't see this, okay.
It's super serious.
Let's say you go into the bathroom in the morning and you poop. And you think you're done. So you get up, you wipe, you flush, you wash your hands, you put your pants up, you walk out into the kitchen and you're like, I'm gonna make myself some tea. You start making yourself some tea and like 2-3 minutes goes by and you're like, I'm not done. So you go back into the bathroom and you poop the rest of it out. You flush, you wipe then flush probably. Wash your hands again, you come back, you finish making your tea and then you start your work. Did you have one poop or do you say I've already pooped twice today? So D Fiore thinks it's one poop.
Sounds like you need a poll.
We need a poll, everyone.
And then while we're polling, we will shits and giggles. That way everyone can be happy, especially Light Lady. I don't know. Okay, but I'll tell you. This is TMI. #TMI. #fluids. I have battled with constipation for most of my life. I have a very rigorous diet, exercise schedule, sometimes medications. I've seen specialists. So for me, I would count that as 2 poops because I do not poop twice in the same day, friends. Ever. Sometimes I don't even poop twice in the same week. So truly,
I had a friend in
that
high
sounds
school.
awesome.
I had a friend in high school who said he takes one poop every 6 days, and I was like, what? How much time is needed between poops for it to be considered 2 poops?
I don't know, man. The other thing I want to specify here is you said originally you thought you were done, which means you pooped enough volume for you to be convinced that you were did good. I think what you're kind of describing is when people eat really good Indian food or at a buffet or something, but they've already they poop and then they're like, cool, I'm done. And then food kicks in and you're like, oh my God, not done. Gotta go back. I don't know.
I mean, that happened to me once where we were eating at Karma downtown and then we went across the street to local whiskey and I had my friends were in town from out of town and I had to run back over to Karma to take a huge dump because I didn't want to do it at local whiskey because there's it's an open thing. So I went back in and I'm like, hey guys, I can use your restroom. But I'm like, it's an Indian restaurant. They clearly that happens at least once a week there.
They know.
Yes, Roadhouse. In my life, I've only pooped once, with brief pauses
for the rest of my life happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that if my dog can poop twice, and I was thinking about this today too because, okay, so guys, Watson's first poop is solid. Watson's second poop is mixed, and Watson's last poop, if it's anything coming out, it's and yes, I said 3 poops.
They're forcing
he will make that happen.
It's forcing.
Well, I don't think it's forcing as much as it's just water at that point. But what you guys see, what I feel nervous about is if he's doing that third poop, I'm not getting my bag out because there's nothing to pick up.
Right.
Can't pick it up. And so I feel like when people are walking past me and they see my dog squatting, and then once my dog stands up, I start walking with him. I think they think that I'm like
You gotta do the
leaving.
fake. You gotta do the fake
Like that,
pickup.
do I gotta like gesticulate a bag and like pretend to pick something up, and then
Yes.
like I don't know. But what I usually
For
do
sure.
is he does the third squat, and I look around to make sure nobody's watching. And if nobody's watching, we just run.
Yeah. So, okay. So on Facebook, it was pretty split. People thought it was 2 that said as soon as you leave the bathroom, because you could like there have been times where I don't know if anyone else had this experience where you like stand up and you're like, nope, not done. That's definitely just one poop. Someone said once you leave the plane of the bathroom, you open the door, you go out, then you go back in, it's a second poop. But like sometimes I'm talking to Kim and I will be like, hey, I've already pooped twice today, or hey, I pooped 3 times this morning. I don't know if that one counts as 1 or 2. And yes, those are the conversations we have most days.
Sounds like you guys are married or in a long-term relationship.
Well, fortunately,
And you're like, I got nothing left. How's your colon?
and then we hugged for 2 hours and talked about it. 'Cause that's how Kim likes to have conversations.
You ready for shits and giggles?
I'm ready for shits and giggles, everybody. Uh-oh. Oh, send me. No, you don't have to send. Kim, we're getting to it right now. Hold on. Rich, are you still here? Because
Love you, lovely lady.
here it is. Good night,
Shits
lovely lady.
and
Thanks for hanging
giggles.
out. Thanks for the sub.
Yeah.
We've almost made $100 on Twitch, which means we'll get our payout
What?
finally.
What?
That
That's
means we each
crazy.
get $50 to go towards all the stuff we purchased, or they said.
I'm just happy that we'll finally be able to put like something green on our little budget.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone. This was a 3-part shits and giggles night, and it was awesome. Moira's younger sister comes for a visit. She is the worst. Oh my God, it's going so fast. Turns out Moira and Johnny loaned her $50K for her Buffalonian townhome. She gives Moira a check that is promptly drowned in coffee. Johnny convinces Moira to apologize and ask for a check. Dee Dee writes them a new check. Turns out the check was for less than dinner, so they lost money on the whole deal. That is story 1. Story 2. Twyla is writing a song for Mutt, essentially to express her feelings, and Alexis tries to talk her out of it. Mutt tells Alexis their relationship has run its course, and Alexis tries again to convince Twyla that she shouldn't write a song. Maybe Mutt doesn't like music. Twyla and Mutt break up, and that's not shown. That's story number 2. Story number 3. David and Stevie struggle to establish healthy boundaries with their friends with benefits situation. Jocelyn asks David to mentor a new student who is struggling. It shockingly goes poorly. Stevie goes on a date with a hot electrician who goes to the bathroom and doesn't come back. They agree to take the advice of the 42 films that have been made about friends with benefits and discontinue their sleeping together. Warmest wishes and kindest regards. Boom.
Well, I think we just
All right,
talked
Rich.
about the whole thing.
Love you. Bye. Okay, but I personally loved a line from Alexis in this, and it was, no, I was something like, I'm all for it. I just think it's a really bad idea.
Oh yeah. Just like I
And
think
it
it's a
was-
horrible
It was her
idea.
trying to sound supportive, but being definitely not supportive. And it was like, oh no, I'm all for it. Like, do what you want to do. I just think it's a really bad idea. It's like, you're not all for it. That's not the definition of all for it. So that was, yeah,
That was the first one.
that was the first one.
Alexis exchanged with the exchange of saying, "Why did I think you were dead?" And then they get $100, which means that the aunt gave them more than the check was written for, because there's no way at Cafe Tropical 3 people eating is going to be more than $100.
And it was only Johnny who ate, remember?
And it was only Johnny that ate. They did have a few glasses of wine. So
Yes.
my guess is it was like she wrote for like $75 or like $50.
Max.
Oh. Yeah.
I think the first check was probably a lot more, but she, was pissed off and wanted to give it, stick the knife in.
So the Mutt and Twyla thing, clearly they had to break up at some points, because like it was clear that there was going to be some sort of chemistry between Mutt and Alexis, and that doesn't happen till the next episode, I don't think. But Johnny said
No.
you're gonna get embarrassed when this gets cashed. Yes. She's gonna be...
Embarrassed is the word. It's exactly right.
That is true. Roland was not in this episode at all.
Right.
Jocelyn was only in quickly. When was Jocelyn in? What did she do in this episode? But I remember it being very small.
I mean, you say there's no townsfolk, but obviously Twyla was
Oh,
there.
yeah. That's right. Twilight is there.
yeah.
But to ask David to mentor the student, I think this is what I wrote down in my head, and I told Kim, and Kim's like, you should write it down so you remember. And I'm like, I'll remember it right here, and I forgot it until right this moment.
It's almost like Kim was right the whole time.
Kim's always right. That was funny when she did say
Oh, that's right.
But the scene with the 16-year-old who, I think that scene's like a powerful scene of this 16-year-old gay kid saying, maybe I'm just a 16-year-old gay kid and I'm not trying to fit in with these people. Like we push people.
He said something like, the problem is not that I'm not fitting in. I don't want to fit in.
Right.
Which is
right.
cool.
I don't want to fit in with these people. And I thought it was interesting. And I also, I mean, the whole character of just like undressing David and be like, what are you? Who are you? What are you? Who are you? What are you, a doctor or something? That was really funny. Yes, that is a doggo.
This
Hello,
is Hank.
hilarious bee. Welcome to
What's
the
up?
welcome to the chat.
Good to see you, love. Ham says so too. Right, Ham? Thank you.
Yeah, that
Okay.
entire thing. And then I
Are
do
we ready
love,
for-
I do love the warmest regards.
As they're
Best
cheersing.
wishes.
Yeah. This is Ham. Ham loves you. Ham
Yes.
can actually see himself on FaceTime. And thus Ham does FaceTime. Okay.
Okay.
And that is episode 1. Hilarious B. Just in case you're just tuning in, we are reviewing the episodes of Schitt's Creek that we watched yesterday. Okay, so I think in contrast to the previous episode, this one had all the townspeople in it.
Yep, we are ready for the surprise party, Light Lady. Johnny starts planning a surprise party for Moira for her birthday. He gets Roland involved in the planning, which is a mistake as he cannot seem to grasp the idea of the many lies involved in planning a surprise party. Moira then gets involved in planning her own birthday party because she thinks it's a fundraiser for kids with cleft palates. That also goes poorly. Ted is going to a veterinary conference in Chicago suburbs to be exact, and taking Alexis. It's for the same weekend as the party. Ted goes to the conference without her. She flirts so hard with Mutt at the party. They're about to dance and then probably dance naked when Ted shows up.
Troubled mouths. The youths with troubled mouths.
David is
So
deep in the
true,
party
Ross.
planning. Stevie gives him some serious sass about picking up a chocolate torte in Elmdale. Moira throws a temper tantrum, and David tells her there's a surprise party. At the party, Stevie apologizes for being sassy. They dance and make up.
Yeah, that was a really sweet moment.
It was a very sweet moment.
Yeah.
I think the Stevie and David relationship has really started to blossom / like come together, especially like when they decide not to do friends with benefits, and he's like, well, like, you're my only friend, so I don't want to mess that up. And so yeah.
Yep.
Favorite part of this episode: talk to the hand, son, because the ears are no longer listening. Cancel your trip because the travel agent is out of the office.
I love anytime in comedy where I see a parent botch a common, like, hip phrase to their kids to try to be more serious. I think it's hilarious. And I think, of all people, Eugene Levy does a phenomenal job at doing that kind of parenting. Of like, I'm cool, I'm hip, I'm down. And you're like, oh my God, no. Also, no. He does such a good job, and I love it.
David did have excellent name drops and name drops just get so frequent in later episodes. I think because people liked them in the first episode, so they started writing more in.
Okay.
I'm actually going to quickly go back to the last episode. I forgot I was going to comment on something.
Go ahead.
And when Moira's like obviously peeing and starting an argument with Johnny about like not accepting the
whether
money.
Whether or not she was giving or loaning the 50K.
That scene like was such a, I don't know, I really liked how their argument seemed so genuine as like a married couple, like going through things. And you can tell that, you know, Catherine O'Hara and Eugene Levy have worked together for decades. Like that's just like, they don't even need to act at that point. They're just have such a strong relationship that they can have this argument, and it just felt so real, and it felt so passionate. Like a no, you're gonna accept that money. No, John, my ego. Well, you're gonna have to take that ego and fucking get and just a full. Oh.
And afterwards, we will wash it down with a case of champagne for the money.
Yes, you're gonna swallow that pride. And I don't know why. Like, it wasn't funny. Like, it's not a funny scene. I just felt it was like a true, like a real scene.
Yeah. Also, I will say that based off of that conversation, it is quite clear that they gave her 50K, because even Moira's like, I loaned her, and he was like, no, we gave her 50K.
Well, because she's like, you were worth $50 million at the time. I'm offended I didn't get more.
I mean, and that's something to be said. We were being generous. You really weren't, though. Not at all, actually.
Oh yeah, it was Johnny that said, my God, she had Hillary shaking last year at the Clinton Foundation dinner. Yeah. This episode, yes. Wait, just watch a season, but
that was a quote about how to live in New York, but that's the next episode, I think.
Yes. Okay, I see what he's doing. I was like, wait a minute, I don't know what to do. Yeah, that was next episode, which was a funny one. Something else I was gonna say. Well, Kim's talking about Alexis's 5-finger discount, but I started reading and then I forgot that I don't know why. I think it's so stupidly funny. Like, Schitt's Creek does some of the basic bits that you're gonna see in any sitcom or anything, but the whole game of Roland being stupid and not knowing what, like how are we gonna put a fundraiser on in 5 days? Like, that's such a fucking dumb thing, and I don't know why, but I just died. I died the first time I saw it. I died this time. It's just like, he's like, oh geez, Johnny, don't you think Joss would tell me if she was putting on? No, we're not. And then he comes in and he's like, hey Johnny, sorry I'm late. Why the fuck are you telling me you're sorry you're late?
That was beautiful. Hi Johnny, sorry I'm late. Hey guys, I came to invite you to a thing. And then he's talking, and then he goes, oh, sorry Johnny, I think I really messed this up. Let me try again.
And then he goes to leave and he's like, Johnny, I think that went well. And that's like the whole Eugene Levy's like face with like the big eyebrows, and his eyes are just like, and I don't know why. I have no idea why. That I could watch that scene over and over again, and just the contrasting, right? It's the conflict in a scene where you're just building tension and you know what's coming next. Fuck, like I love comedy, obviously, when there's something that comes out of left field. You're like, oh, that's funny.
Yes.
But when you can deliver, like when the audience knows what you're gonna do, and you can deliver it in a character in a way that still makes people laugh, I think is art. It's art. You know the punchline, and it's still funny. Because we've all been to stand-up, or we've all been places where, like, you know what's going to happen next. And this happens in this show and lots of sitcoms, where you're like, oh, yeah, clearly that's what's going to happen next. Yeah, I knew that. But I don't know. For me, at least, I know what's coming, and I still think it's funny. That's just me. That is Katie DeFiore's favorite thing. Alexis stole the sunglasses and was like, what? It's a gas station.
Gas station.
That's a funny line.
Those are things to steal from. What are you talking about? Yep.
The 5-finger discount, and then he steals the
candles.
Steals the candles, and like, when I remember the first time I watched it, I was like, oh, something's gonna happen. He's gonna steal something like 239
Badly.
and it's gonna badly. But like, that's the only mention of it. Like it just happens.
They let it do it. Yeah.
I raised the thief. Wait in the car.
And then promptly steals them.
And steals them. But I do think it's, I don't know, they're this family that's worth $500 million. They lost it all, and like seeing like all I want to do is I want to throw a surprise party for my wife, and I can't even afford the candles. Like that's just it's a little real. It gets a little real with it.
I do like Lady. I think there's always deleted scenes.
Oh, if there's deleted scenes on DVDs, might be buying them DVDs.
You probably could also YouTube Schitt's Creek deleted scenes.
Yeah.
They sometimes have montages of deleted scenes from sitcoms. Oh, okay. Now,
right,
episode
lady.
3.
What's the last lady? We want to get this done by 9 for you.
Season finale.
Finale of the first season. I can see what's happening.
You can?
Finale.
What?
Town for sale. And they don't have a clue.
What clue?
Oh, fall in love, and here's the bottom line. Okay,
What?
Go ahead. You want to read this one?
The episode begins with Johnny announcing that there is a buyer for the town. Moira gives Jocelyn her fur coat, which gets a lukewarm reception. She gives it to Ronnie. Mr. Rose meets with the buyer, and he sucks. Roland invites him to dinner to sign. The dinner is so uncomfortable, but Andy and Roland seem to get along well. Moira upsells him after he calls her sweet cheeks, and they're signing the contract, and he has a heart attack at that very moment. Roland walks in on Johnny trying to hand it like a prick. Pre-K. Prick. Pre-K. Like pre-K. You're teaching them how to write. I get it now.
Got you.
I was like, what? David and Alexis start packing their things. David invites Alexis to live with him in New York. No, he doesn't. He invites Stevie to live with him in New York.
Keep going.
Darn
She
it.
does.
Sorry. He does. You're right. I apologize, light lady. I failed you. David invites Alexis to live with him in New York, and she turns him down. So he invites Stevie. Boom. She thinks it is romantic offer when she realizes it isn't, she turns him down and admits that she has feelings for him. He tries to get more money than his share of the town since his town was a gift for him. That is true. That is very true. Alexis tells Ted that they're leaving, and he responds by proposing. She says, yes. If I was staying, then yes. She finds out that Mutt's community service was done a while ago, and he kept working with her. She confronts Mutt about this, and things get steamy. Also, a poll is going on for if you poop, take a small break, then poop again. 1 or 2 poops. The episode and season end with Alexis announcing that she is pretty sure she's engaged, and she's pretty sure she just cheated on her fiancé, and David driving away in Roland's truck with tears in his eyes. And he is specifically leaving the town of Schitt's Creek in this part.
Yes.
For sure. Okay. So, very predictable.
Very
Still
predictable.
heart-wrenching, but predictable. I'm interested why A. Roadhouse is like, yep, done with the series. Like, what in that episode made it? Did you not love the characters enough by the time this happened? What happened? I am sad that Stevie and David were so missed in terms of their marks. But also, I'm trying to figure out exactly where the hell David's going because he has no money. And even though he thinks he's going to be getting money with the sale of town, it's not going to happen. So the him driving away is not that significant for me because I imagine he'll be back when he realizes he's stuck. So anyway.
So I will say that Roland invites him over for dinner on purpose because he wants the deal not to go through. Like that's subtle of what's not subtle. I mean, I think it's kind of obvious, but like I think the whole Roland gets along with Andy is he's just playing it up to get this guy as drunk as possible, hoping that like this won't go through. I think that the Shits really enjoy the Roses being there and don't want the town to sell because that's how it starts, right? Roland comes into the cafe and says, Johnny, this guy's not good. Like this guy's not good. But then they start going.
I am with Roadhouse in that I really don't like a lot of them yet, like as people. I still see them as people who are still very much about what me. The only person who I've really kind of seen humanity from is the David Stevie thing. And so I like those two people, and the rest of them I'm like, I don't actually like you. You know what I mean?
But I think
But that's going to take some time, I guess.
And I wonder, I get that 100%. But when you're watching sitcoms overall, I think we've been wired to like if we were to go watch like a drama series, we might be like, oh well, let's just take some time to develop. Let's allow things to develop. And then when we get sitcoms, even they're only 20-minute episodes, and it was only 13 episodes. So like, if a sitcom wants to really start to try and develop characters, it might take an entire season or a season and a half. Whereas you have sitcoms that sell really well, like The Big Bang Theory, where it's just kind of slapstick comedy, and like that's cool too. Comedy without Brandon, if you want emotional investments, then you've got to stick it out at least one more season. But I respect you for stepping away. Frankie and Grace. I don't know what Frankie and Grace is.
Netflix, two mature ladies that have a interesting relationship with each other.
I bet I'd love to watch that. I have episodes I want to watch. Okay, so with this episode as well, this was, I don't remember if there's anything, I don't think there's anything that stuck out. And yes, we should watch that from the beginning, the next show.
That's our next Monday series after Schitt's Creek.
Bye, DiFiore.
Bye, Katie Fiore. Have a good night. Love you. See you Sunday, maybe.
We will see you. Light Lady, was there anything was there anything in this episode that you were like, yeah? Oh.
Perfect. Yes, the "we're getting out" reaction by the family was all perfect. Absolutely perfect. I love Twyla's. Yes, when Twyla was like, "Oh, you guys are always so nice," and they were like, "Thank you so much for your service." She was like, "Yeah, judging by your tips, I was never really sure." It just shows just how, oh my God, how cheap they are. How cheap. David's compliments are a real character flaw. Talk to the hand, son.
Is it just me, or is this dessert making me horny? That's such a dumb fucking line.
Oh my God.
I'd kill for a good comma right now. For a good comma? I'd deal for a good comma as well. And then you used a comma in the next sentence, Light Lady, so I think you did get a good comma right now. She's gonna hate me. Speaking of a good coma, Light Lady's gonna go to bed. We might need to start this a half hour earlier. Once we do, I told Light Lady that I might have a conversation with you about possibly starting an hour early once we fall back, spring ahead, fall back.
Yeah, whatever, sure. As long as I might be allowed to eat on stream.
Oh, I always eat on stream.
So that's my only thing, is I might be like, yeah.
Man. You start talking to shit till 8:40. Light Lady needs to read for 10 minutes before they go to bed.
I get it. Some people see us because they want to talk Schitt's Creek. Other friends, they leave the second we bring it up. So
I know.
Do want to give everybody their time, and I mean everybody.
Give you all the time, and then
we're gonna have to do better.
Reba Jeter, how far are you in Schitt's Creek? Because I know you just started watching it like from the beginning, and you like crushed it. Light Lady, I don't know if you're the most important. You're one of them. Demonard, you're watching. You never comment on our Schitt's Creek, and you're with us on Monday night.
Yeah, that's true.
I can stop this poll now.
I don't know exactly what Brant just said, but
Lars is voting.
Pi divided by 2.
I am shocked. That people think that's one poop.
So it sounds like you yourself think it is 2.
I don't know. I was indifferent.
Indifferent but curious. I get you.
Brandon, have you gotten notification that your Birchbox has shipped yet? Sorry, Roadhouse. Trying to get better at just calling people by their...
Oh man, the Birch is the box. Well, Lars has just got his, so he's probably gonna be what? They'll probably be delivered, but before next week. Right?
I think Roadhouse left us.
It's possible.
The only way one I know you've already gone through this series, but you don't want to comment, D. Menard, when we talk about this stuff. I did really get emotionally invested in David, like his feelings of loneliness to the point where I almost got choked up when he went to Roland's house to see his dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true. And David's character is by far the best character at this point. If you think of character arcs, I think David's character arc is, it kind of goes up and like, I mean, it's good too, but Alexis is like a very I don't know what that means.
Don't you mean like this?
But I mean, like, it just like keeps going. Where like David's is like it's already there. I don't know.
He's consistent. He's
consistent.
our rock. He's our like, okay, one of you isn't completely crazy.
Yeah, I mean, he's still crazy.
And you're
There's
still
lots of crazy
empathetic,
things
but we
that
can
happen.
empathize with you because of what your family puts you through. Okay.
Yeah.
We want David to be happy. I can't say that I want the rest of them to be happy right now.
Poor Ted. Poor Ted. First of all, Ted, don't propose. You've been together for like 2 months. So part of this is on Ted. Let's be honest.
Okay, how long should one person be together before you propose?
I think that depends on the people. It depends on their beliefs in marriage.
But similar to getting your shit out of someone's house, is there a time that's like, no, this is way too much time?
Absolutely not.
Good, cool. All right, just want to make sure.
I think it's Ted does know what he wants. That's true. That man, yeah. I can't wait till we get. So, by the way, season 6 did just drop early on Netflix. For those of you who haven't seen season 6, Mom moved in after 2 months.
With you guys, I'm so sorry. I'm just kidding. I think you mean with her partner.
Roadhouse, did you get a notification that said your Birchbox shipped yet? Did you order yours yet? Ooh, you talked to marriage after 2 dates.
I will say my friend infamously was like, Dawn, I think I'm going crazy, but I know that you'll love me anyway. Well, she met a guy online, and he moved in to her house less than 3 months of them dating. He moved in. They've been together and are now engaged, so yay them. But she was like, she had spent so much time with another person, and so then she was like, oh my God, I dated this person for like 2 years, and this never happened. I dated this guy for less than 3 months, online mostly, and he's moved in. Oh my God, what am I doing? It's fine. Totally fine. All right.
Tired.
Well, it is 9:07.
It
About that
is
time.
9:07. It's so late all the time.
It's so
I feel like
dark
it's late all
now.
the time. It gets so dark now. I don't get enough sleep.
Yeah.
Good. It says it has shipped. Cool. So I won't open this yet.
Okay.
We'll wait for it. More time. But then the next
All right.
one's going to come in. Hey, everyone. Listen. So Light Lady's gone. Okay? Light Lady's gone.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to make sure. Light Lady, are you for sure gone? Can a mod check and make sure that Light Lady is legit out?
Can't you see? You can see that, right?
I would have to go into the mod view, and I'm
All
not in the mod view.
All right. Okay. What are we doing for Light Lady? Besides,
Oh, you can open them as soon as you get them, Roadhouse. That's fine. But if anybody wants to open them on stream, I would open them with you.
Lars, did you catch the context of that? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. He'd be very excited.
No moderators named Light Lady are on the stream. Okay. I ordered Light Lady something that she has wanted for a year and a half, and it should come in on Friday.
What is it?
So, everybody...
It better
I
not be
don't-
cleaning supplies.
No, it's not. But it's going to need to be put together, so I'm hoping that I can get it put together. It's 2-day shipping, and it's supposed to ship on Wednesday, so I'm hoping it comes Friday morning before Light Lady gets home, so that way I can put it together. I don't know.
Do you need help?
I might. Speaking of which, I have your stud finder.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I wish I could show everybody what we needed the stud finder for, but I can't because I can't do that.
It's okay. Take
Lars
photos.
does love. I didn't take any photos. I'm sure Light Lady has photos, and I would have had them send them to me.
Actually, I think I can do that for you because I do believe I got a picture with a thank you so much for the stud finder.
Oh.
So let me see if I can hook you up, friend.
Hook me up. Hook me up. For those of you who didn't see, you can go back onto our stream and you can watch our wonderful game of snake oil on Saturday.
Yeah, what was the product where you told A Roadhouse that his skin would look yellowish as opposed to pasty? What was that?
I forget. I didn't say pasty. I just said it would not look as yellow. Yeah.
Look at those.
So if you can see that.
You got shutters. And now when AW Rebels, oh geez, that was weird, comes on, I think Jason sits at that table when he's coming to practice at times.
Yep.
And so now I'll get to see shutters.
That's
Look
the
at those.
background. So
Bam.
there's a woman on our listserv that we've met, a young professional. They had just bought a house downtown, her and her husband.
Mm-hmm.
And there were these old shutters. Those shutters are over 100 years old. And she was going to sell them. And someone messaged and was like, oh, I would love to have these for my antique shop. And then Kim was like, I'd love to do something like artsy with them. So they gave them to Kim instead. And they've been sitting in our garage for like a month and a half, 2 months. So Kim finally was able to clean them, put them together, and add them to that wall. For that wall, wanted more color. I'm a color person when it comes to like decor. And I was really hoping for like a statement piece on that wall. Like I wanted to get like an abstract art, something that was lots of colors. And we were looking for stuff. I'm a colored person.
Yeah. There's no ED there.
Exactly.
It's just color.
There's no ED. Thank you, Brandon.
Gotta get your coloring book.
And well, I'm not good at coloring books or like drawing or anything like that. But I like to see it. So I was hoping for a statement piece. So I might have to find a different wall to put a statement piece on. And also big art is super expensive for like good art. And we almost bought one, like the first or second artist that was in 3 Dots last year in the gallery. They had some really cool stuff and they had a piece that we really liked, but the artist wanted it, it was like 2 feet, maybe it was 3 feet by 4 feet or something, but it was the opposite way of the way we would want it on that wall. And to respect the artist, we're not gonna put it sideways. Like obviously there's a reason why the artist signs it where they do. Although I'm sure if we purchased it for $800 or whatever it was, they wouldn't give a fuck about which way
what you did with it.
They don't care.
It's what is it Andy Kaufman famously said? How do you know when the painting is done? When the check clears?
Yeah. So, but I would like something like that. And our plan this year was at Arts Fest to go down and just see if there was anything. And knowing that it would be super expensive and then probably going to their own websites and seeing if they would have anything else off. But we did for the virtual Arts Fest, didn't find anything. And so really
it's okay. The thing I found at Arts Fest that I super duper loved was $6,000.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's for a painting.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I can't do that.
It's crazy.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's what we had the stud finder for. So that was cool,
awesome.
And I appreciate that you did that. And this is what happened. Like, I came home again. I came home from golfing in a tournament, and Kim and Kristen were doing. Oh no, it wasn't a tournament. I just was golfing on. This was on Saturday, not Sunday, and Kim and Kristen were putting this thing together. We ate lunch and everything, and they're like, no, we don't need you. I'm like, fine, I'm gonna go do work. You don't need me. And then they were like trying to find studs, and like Jason's like, I'm good at this, and like knocked on the wall, and they're like, here are the studs, and then whoop, right through. Was not a stud. He only missed by a little bit. And then like we figured out that our studs in our house are 16 and a half inches apart, not 16. Like it's weird, but so I'm like, I'll go ask Dawn for a stud finder, and Kim's like, I don't know if Dawn and Lori will have one. I'm like, which Dawn am I obviously talking about? If I'm talking about something with construction, it's clearly not Radio's Dawn Bedell. If I was like, hey, I'm gonna go get a vinyl record, I'm gonna go get a guitar, it would be Radio's Dawn Bedell. But when I say I'm gonna get something to do with construction, clearly it's gonna be Dawn from the Rose and Bees.
Yeah, so TikTok is trying to figure out who I am, because I follow, and I don't have an account, I don't make videos. And so, you know, the smart algorithms are trying to figure it out. They I think they think I am a lesbian, potentially bisexual, potentially transgender, definitely not white. Because I have suggested for me, but maybe also Scottish, because I have suggested for me hashtag Black TikTok, hashtag lesbian TikTok, hashtag trans TikTok, bi TikTok, Byret's TikTok. I forget which other ones are like really popular on my feed. But anyway, there's a sub lesbian TikTok channel, and it's just like, so this is how you fix this part of your house, and this is like, and we're just like, oh my God, it's like Home Depot porn. I love it. And so I love that is the vibe I give. And to be clear, everyone else, when you said, do you have a stud finder? I said, why, yes, I do. And look, it found one. And then I sent him this photo.
That's a super stud. By the way, I think Jell and Roadhouse have checked out and just decided to start having conversation outside of what we're doing.
That's fine. That's valid. That's fine.
It's very valid. I was gonna say some brain fart.
Brain fart is better, because right now when it comes to Hamloaf, like he legit is so relaxed, everybody, that he too is farting. Also, let's do a poll. Which one is Ham's head? Is it here? Is it here? Which way's heads? Which way's heads? You gotta look at the grain of the wood, friends. You gotta look at the grain of the wood, okay? Head is up here.
The wood.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway.
I like this jam. What is this jam?
So this is the boys telling me very subtly.
Everything you wanna do, I already done it. And I got your little boo telling me she love me. I got this one, that one. Damn, it's gonna be a long night.
You gonna
No. Oh, do you want me? I got.
Oh my God, Ham.
I'm gonna show you something, because Nate Rufo is not here because Nate doesn't show up. I got Nate a new thing. So D Menard made this for me. So I was trying to find something to get Nate Rufo, and Nicole said Nate's really hard to buy for, but he really likes his Happy Valley Improv like Camelback, but it's sweats, you know, because like we got just the ones that were like $15, like not that. So I was able to find this one, and then D Menard put the Happy Valley Improv logo nice and big on it. So this is Nate Rufo's gift if he ever makes it into the city. I don't know if he's coming into the city again ever.
Hey man, he made it back to the state. I'm proud of him.
He did make it back to the state.
I was worried for a second.
All right. Well, we talked about a lot of stuff.
We did. I feel accomplished, James Tierney.
I don't know what else. There was something when you started talking about lesbian and started
The
talking
different types of
about
TikToks that I'm apparently a part of.
And things. Yeah. There was something I wanted to talk about with that, and then I forgot it.
Oh, I'm also on Dogs of TikTok, so like that makes sense too.
You're a big TikToker.
I am, because it is my only time I'm allowed to like check out. So I give myself 15 minutes a day, and it's usually when I'm pooping. So yay.
Nice. Is it one poop or two poop?
If I'm lucky, it's one. I never get two. It's a non thing for me.
Never get two. Oh, one thing we could have
Ooh,
talked
Gel,
about.
I also have a cameo. I love it.
Viner. Oh God, I loved Vine.
Vine's
I
good.
was so good at Vine, and I'm so mad that TikTok took over. Vine was so simple, and I can't believe they don't just have Vine. Like, why they just get rid of it? That made me very mad. I
Yeah.
made some cool Vines. I made Vines for Kim. So Vine was around when Kim and I, so for 6 months, Kim and I lived on opposite sides of the country while we were engaged. So
Can you start this conversation off with back in my day?
back in my day, Vine was fun. I did.
We didn't
a
have
old
no
person-
TikTok. We had these things called Vine.
I did a I did an old person character for my students in class the other day. I forget what it was. I think it was we're talking about like the Great Depression, the Great Recession. And I think I was like, back in my day, I went to graduate school during the recession, and I just did probably 20 seconds of that, and they fucking ate it up. And I was like, oh yeah, I should start. I forgot what it's like to perform for people who like don't know what you do. Like, so it's a little better. But
Yeah.
Kim and I lived in upstate New York, and Kim lived in California for January, February, March, April, May. So about 5 months in 2014. 2014. And so Vine, I communicated a lot to her with Vine, which are just
Lots of
stupid
dick
things
video.
I would do. There were no dick videos. TikTok back in my day was a Kesha song. TikTok on the clock. Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy.
I knew that Just Dance.
Just dance. Did that. All right, Don. What do you say?
Well, Ham says it's time for bed.
Hence it's time for bed. I'm debating on if
He
I'm going
does.
to do work. I don't know. I was a little amped up after these hangouts. I don't
Me
know if I'm going
too.
to do a little bit of work or if I'm
But I
going
know
to.
that if like after we say goodbye, if I'm like, hey James, you wanna go on a walk, then we'll just like never sleep. So
Yeah, and when
it's
we go
good.
on walks, we know what that means.
we definitely don't find orange doors.
We haven't found the orange doors. And I
We
also
do
found
argue
out that
about if whether or not a door is orange.
Don and I see different colors at times. So
Ever so slightly, yeah. When he thinks something red, I think it's orange.
yeah. And most likely
And vice
it's
versa.
most likely it's my fault. Just like overall, I have an ARC video to send. Please send me the ARC video. Oh, something I was gonna say, but Kim was here. Roadhouse was like, you should watch this show, and I was excited because it's Jordan Peele, and then I was like, wait a minute, Jordan Peele as a producer is probably a little scary, and the trailer, I'm gonna have nightmares for this trailer. I had like a spooky person like taking sheets off of things. Oh, Brandon's trying to scare me.
It's gonna be good stuff. I will watch anything Jordan Peele makes. I think he's phenomenal.
I think it's phenomenal too, but I don't like scary things.
I know. He's also really cute, and I wanna cuddle him. But you know, that's
Lovecraft
clearly
Country on
not
HBO.
biased.
Yeah.
Oh damn. Yeah,
And if you-
Lovecraft.
Lovecraft Country on
I mean,
HBO. Do you have
Necronomicon.
HBO? Do you have HBO? Don?
No.
Well, you
No,
can have my
but
sign.
I'm very familiar with Cthulhu, so Lovecraft is not to be messed with.
Yeah.
It
you
is the
can-
right month for scary.
No, scary. I don't
Yeah.
want to be scared. I've never felt scared and been like, this is what I want to feel.
Well,
I
Ham
want to
can
feel
help
scared.
you. You can just hold the Ham and he'll save you.
I can
It'll
always
be
hold it.
fine. We'll start out basic, basic, tiny, scary. We'll get on, Hocus Pocus and Night Before Christmas, and then we'll just work our way up.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
No, thank you, Ham. All right.
Although I don't know, I did watch scary stuff, and like sometimes I watch scary things. I don't get into it because I don't want to be scared, so I'm sitting there like defensive. So I'm not believing anything, and I'm kind of like
Just makes you angry.
waiting for something to happen.
I
the
will
Blair
jump
Witch
a
Project.
1,000 times.
Yeah.
I will jump 1,000 times. My friends like watching scary movies with me because there's always a part in a scary movie where it's not actually scary. It's just a loud noise. And I jump and they're like, man, that was just a door opening, Dawn. Yeah.
Oh God. No, scary would be Biden taking off his mask ever. And I don't know how they're going to debate. If I was the Biden team, I'd be like, I'm not going anywhere near anyone in this damn White House. This isn't a political podcast, but it could be. Because I'm finally being vocal on the Twitter and being like,
Yeah.
vote. Tell your parents to vote.
Yeah. Also vote.
Vote. Vote. Vote. Blue.
Also vote.
Please vote. And also, if you're voting in person in Pennsylvania, I just found out that you need to bring your mail-in ballot. So if you got a mail-in ballot, you have to bring the mail-in ballot with the return envelope. Bring the whole thing with you if you decide to vote in person. Or you can drop off in one of the county boxes.
Gotcha.
Or you can just mail it in, because mail-in voting is going to be fine. But I'm still just going to do it in person, I think.
All right, guys.
All right, we're gonna head out. Everyone, hold on. I want to see. Do we have anyone
All right.
cool? Let's go hang out with Tanner like we usually do. We like Tanner.
You guys want to see him excited? You ready to go to bed? You want to go to bed?
Go to bed.
Go bedtime. Go to bed.
Is it bedtime? Is it bedtime, Ham?
You ready?
You ready for bed?
Yeah,
Ready for bed? All right, we're gonna
Watson
raid.
woke up enough to say bedtime.
We're gonna raid Tanner, and we'll see you guys on Saturday night. We will see you guys on Saturday night. Goodbye.
Send Tanner our love. Bye-bye.
All right, I have to go poop, so I'm gonna let you go.
You enjoy that,
All right.
whether it is
Bye.
one or two.
I will see you on Thursday.
Yeah.
No, I won't.
Okay.
I'm not going to practice. Jason, I have an event.
I heard rumor that you weren't going to be there, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Why? Where is he going?" Okay,
That's
so that
how
means
it
we're
is.
not in a show. Okay, have the founders met to find out the schedule yet?
Yeah, we're probably not going to do any shows for the rest of the year.
Okay.
Sam posted about it, and we want
I haven't
other
had
people to
time
do
to
shows. Like,
check
if
yet.
Pardon My Friends wants to do a show, if we want to do a show, like, they'll put it up. But I think Nate and Sam want to focus on practices and want to make practices longer, and so kind of like,
They want to focus on gelling.
yeah. So.
Okay.
All
Cool.
right, and I'll get back to you. I was golfing with Don Bedell when you messaged me about the house stuff, so I'll get back to you.
Oh yeah. Did it make sense to you?
Yeah.
Like what I was saying?
Yeah,
So the money that is from my dad's IRA is probably going to be like $4,500, and in my dad's IRA, I have all but $45,000 invested yet. So I think it would be out of that non-invested money. We're kind of waiting for the market to again, and then to put the rest in.